Welcome, friends. I thought I'd head north here, show you my little hunt, Chuck Swan, muzzleloader hunt. And for you that don't know this channel, or don't know nothing about Chuck Swan, it's located in East Tennessee, Union County, in Sharps Chapel. Here I'm going north, crossing 33 Bridge over North Lake, heading towards Sharps Chapel. Such a beautiful place. Now I'm on Sharps Chapel here, going by the old grade school, heading my way on out on the peninsula. This is old country in here. Now turn off where the Lost Creek split is, and we're heading on up the mountain there towards Chuck Swan. And I get up here to the campground. Now this old campground, it's a nice and beautiful place, but it's a primitive campground. There's no water, no electricity, no bathrooms. It's just a clear place to camp. And it's a nice place. It's just, you bring your own. You're completely on your own here. Right on top of these old mountain ridges. Beautiful place. I pull on around here, try to maneuver my place in. I see my buddy up there. He's already beat me here by a few minutes. He just got his camper unhooked. So I try to set up beside him. And I get set up. I don't mind setting up too bad. It's the tearing down I hate, going home. Well, you can see we've set up here pretty good. Nice evening. A beautiful evening here on a Wednesday evening. And look around the camp here, out on the ridges here. They've got a big old Tennessee Forestry Department has built a new training center here at Chuck Swan. It ain't open yet, but they're in the process of building it. Right there it is on that opposite ridge. So we head on in from camp, and we head out on Chuck Swan, riding and seeing the sights on the main forest road. You can see Cumberland Mountain in the distance. Now I was here just a few weeks or a month or so ago squirrel hunting, and this right here wasn't going on. I hate seeing this. Every time I come over here, they used to kind of hide this, but they don't hide it no more. They put it right on the main forest road, right in your face. I don't like this logging. Now I understand selective logging, but I do not understand this clear cutting. I just don't care nothing about it. But now it's been going on way before I've been coming over here. And I've been coming over here for 40 years off and on. But I don't care nothing about this. Look at that. What is that, pulpwood? That can't be no good for nothing. That's not no big timber. And to be the dog, they don't make fields out of nothing. And we head back here on the old back roads, get away from that stuff. Back in the old beautiful ridges here. Now the fall colors here are at their peak on this beautiful afternoon. So we head on down these mountain ridges towards the clinch side of the Chuck Swan Peninsula. Ain't it beautiful? Just so beautiful down through here. And we head on down here to a place called Lost Creek Cemetery on the clinch side. It's an old pioneer graveyard from early 1800s. A lot of pioneers and veterans buried here. A lot of our settlers. It's an old place, and I hope it's not forgotten. And about 100 yards down below it is Lost Creek, which is part of North Lake. And you can see the old road here, the old county road here. It went by the graveyard down into the lake. The lake cut this whole community in two in 1936 when they opened the dam. Now we head on back to camp, finish getting set up, fixing some dinner, get a fire going, enjoying ourselves, just relaxing. Such a beautiful evening. I even managed to tell a few little old campfire stories while we're here. so I could share them on the channel. I really enjoy them, and I hope you do too. The next day we get up, it's a Thursday. The hunt's on Friday and Saturday, and we do some scouting. We figure out exactly where we want to go ahead and set our tree stands up. We've got 2 or 3 alternative places because this is a public place, so somebody beats you to it, they just beat you to it. So we scout a different places, see which is the hottest sign we can see, and we set up. There's so many places to go, but it's just a matter of being at the right time to right place. So we head on back to camp. Wind's kind of getting up over a little bit on this Thursday evening. There's a front coming in, and it rains a little bit that night. Next morning, we're up here at the gate, waiting in line. They don't open the gates till about 5:30, so we're waiting in line. They finally open the gates, and it's like blast-off time at a bass tournament. Well, let these people go. I care nothing about this race. They beat me to my spot, they beat me to my spot. It just never ceases to amaze me. Well, I finally get set up here in the woods. It's kind of calm this morning. Wind ain't too bad this morning. My buddy, I let him up on the ridge above me where I used to hunt. He's set up on top of that ridge in a good spot. I'm down below him there, checking an old rub line and scrape line around this old logging road. I can see plumb down in a holler, and I can see plumb up there at the top of that ridge. But they're not moving this morning. And an hour or two later, that wind got up so bad, we laid in them trees about all day, and wind got so bad they just wasn't stirring. So we come out there. We stopped by the checking station, and here's what's killed so far on the first day's hunt. 8 total. Of course, there might have been 1 or 2 come in after we left there, but that's what's being checked in. Head on back to camp, pick us something to eat, relax for the evening. Next morning, final day hunt, we're back on this blast-off line again, heading on in. And it's a beautiful morning this morning. A lot calmer than it was yesterday morning. We lay here a couple hours out of daylight. You could hear stuff moving around. The squirrels was doing a lot of barking. So they usually give them deer away, them squirrels. They don't like that. Such a beautiful morning. Well, it wasn't long. I heard my buddy shoot up there. I said, well, he's got one. My hunt's over with. I just knowed he was. But I sat there for probably another hour, and he finally calls me on the radio, and even comes down there to me and said he'd shot a 6-point, but he couldn't find it. We tracked that deer for an hour, but there wasn't a good blood trail, so we never did find that 6-point. So we head out there in the late afternoon back to the checking station. We see an old biggin here being checked in. I took a couple pictures of it. It's a 10-point. This is a beautiful one. Beautiful deer. And I got to talking to a lot of good people too. People that already knowed me by my voice or my channel. And they were some really nice people there. Well, here's what was killed on the second day. And it shows the totals there. So, we'll head on back to camp. Well, I ain't going to hold my head down. That's just the way it is. There's been a lot of times I don't get deer. When you least expect it, it's like fishing. You'll get a big one, or you'll get into something. That's just the way it is. So we enjoy this beautiful evening, wishing we had another day's hunt, but you only got 2 days. Whatever the weather is whatever the weather is. So, we really enjoyed ourselves, and I really love camping out here. So I hope you enjoyed this little hunt I had here at Chuck Swan. I know I love being here, and I know a lot of you know this place too, and some of you know nothing about it. It's a beautiful place. So I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.